Hello everyone, this is Creative Fun back with another video. This time we're doing something different. We're taking a look at a completely new game called Hearts of Iron 4, and I've been wanting to do a video like this for quite some time. I just want to recommend this game to you because I play this, it's awesome, and whenever I play a game that I feel like, oh, this is really good, I want to recommend it to as many people as possible. Because I love games, and sharing fun games with other people is a part of the fun of being a gamer and enjoying games. Let's hop right into it. This is Hearts of Iron 4, a World War II real-time strategy game. And as I said, I've been playing this quite a lot the past few weeks, past few months actually. And I'm just going to quickly explain, if you are not already familiar with the game, what it is about, and just tell you why I recommend this game and why I think you should play it. So this is not really a review, sort of, because I wouldn't do this video unless I liked the video to begin with. So please keep that in mind. I am obviously biased because I like this game, even though it does of course have a couple of flaws, which game doesn't. Yeah, as I said, this is a World War II simulator, and I have the map of Eurasia and the northern part of Africa in front of us. I'm just going to show a little bit about the game in a short moment, but what it is you manage a country. You pick a country, any country. You can of course choose one of the main contenders in the World War II arena, like Soviet, German Reich, United Kingdom, Italy, and so on. Of course you can go across the pond as well and check out Canada, America, and so on. And of course you have China, Japan, and the other players in this game. The cool part is that you can literally pick any country you want, and then you can play out the World War II scenario, but instead of following history you can make your own decisions, or you can try to reenact history, whatever you like. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the game. I load up a game here. I played as Mexico, and just to give you a little bit of idea what you can do with this game and the changes you can make, I'm just going to show you Mexico. I'm going to go down here, and we have what is called Synarchist Mexico. So I decided to just play Mexico for the fun, and my goal was to stage a coup in America and take over the United States using whatever troops I could ally together with a coup for fascism. So I turned Mexico into what is called Synarchist Mexico, and I turned Mexico in a fascist state so I could access more military options. And I started this by invading Cuba here, which is now part of Synarchist Mexico, just to have a good staging ground in the Caribbeans. And after that I moved on to my political ambitions and staged a coup in the Southern America. And if we scroll out here, we have the Free American Empire. So I'm using certain certain mechanics in the game. I boosted party popularity. I can right click on any country here and I can get information from them. So I boosted the popularity of fascism in the United States, and then I chose the option of staging a coup. And eventually the Free American Empire formed, which was great for me because I could ally with them and begin my planned invasion of America, the United States. So here we have my brave Mexican troops on the front line against the United States, allied then with the, of course, the Free American Empire, which has most part of the southern and part of southeast of United States. You can see here they're still trying to fight a little bit here. So this is just one of the millions of scenarios that can play out in Hearts of Iron 4. And I'm just going to show a little bit of the game mechanics here. I have paused the game now, but I'm going to unpause it, and we're going to see what's happening here. You can zoom in quite far away, and you can see here there's a armor division of the Free American Empire, and I have some troops and cavalry, and they have orders now to move into Switzerland. Join the Allies. Apparently we're at war with Switzerland. I don't remember that happening in the real scenario. So we have some troops here. Let's move the troops back up to the front line here. You create divisions, so each troop here go in here and check. Each troop here contains a certain amount of manpower and equipment, and you can say what type of equipment each division holds. So this division holds 12,000 soldiers and it's fully stocked, and they have about 69% equipment. So this is a kind of a simulator-esque RTS where you need to make it's trying to be as realistic as possible without making it impossible for you to play the game. As you can see, we have some airplane flying over here, and you don't have control of single airplanes, but you control airfields, and you create fighter or bomber divisions, and you tell them to operate in a certain area and give them orders to what to operate, and that can give you either air superiority, which we're fighting on here in the southwest, in the west of the southwest, I should say. You have access to naval power, air power, and well, army manpower. You have a bunch of tabs here: research, diplomacy, trade. You might need resources here: rubber, aluminium, oil. You have constructions. You have civilian factories in your country, and these can either produce consumer goods or trade goods. Trade goods is what you use to trade with other countries for very vital strategic resources, and consumer goods is what your current economy requires you to produce for your domestic population. Each area here has like a state, and each state you can build certain equipment in. You can see here in this state here we have we're repairing a military factory, and we're building a civilian factory, and so on. Move on to production. This is what your military factories are producing, and this is one thing I think is really cool with this game. You actually need to equip your divisions. You have something called division planner, where you create a certain template for a division. Will it be like an armor division, like filled with tanks or trucks or something like that, or an artillery division filled with artillery? So moving on, we have recruit and deploy. This is also one thing I think is pretty cool. Your country has a set amount of people in it, and of course over the years, you know, more people come of age every year, so you can start serving, and you can decide how to recruit people, and you can do it in your how to say, country management full tab, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. But you have to recruit, you have to train, and you have to equip all of your troops, and this means that you have to plan. A troop will not just spawn immediately. It can take pretty long time, and if you're short on equipment, as you can see here, I'm a little bit short on the equipment for the divisions I'm creating here, and if you're short on the equipment, it will take longer time to deploy them or prepare them. But you can actually deploy them immediately, very similar to what the Russians did. They just sent soldiers out with barely any food, weapons, or anything, and just sent them in straight into the enemy. You can do that too if you want to. So you can deploy them early if you need to. But so far I'm doing very well in this war, so I see no reason to rush my divisions. So I'm gonna just let them slowly be equipped and then deployed. And I think I've set you can set the deploy point for them. So if when they're completed, they will spawn in the selected state, which is pretty nice. Right now there's in California, in Baja California. You can see here it's highlighted when I move the mouse over. So this is where my troops spawn when they're completed training, which is exactly where I need them, so they can quickly move up to reinforce the front lines against the evil United States capitalist swines. Of course I'm kidding, just role playing. Please don't get triggered or upset by that. The last thing I want to show you is the political tab, where you can choose your political ideology, and you can hire, like I hired a fascist demagogue and used him to boost so I could turn Mexico into fascism. You also have something called political power. This is what allows you to change the economy. For example, I have limited conscription right now, but I can increase that to service by requirement, for example, which will increase my manpower drastically, changing this. If I do this now, we can just do it, for example, service by requirements, press OK. I used 300 of my political power, but now instead of 800,000, I have almost 2 million, 1.75 million people available to recruit to my massive Synergist Mexico army. So this is a couple of the things you can do with your political power. Of course, other empires, or rather other countries can influence your own diplomacy or political influence here. You see we have a Democratic Party here that is gaining some influence continuously. And they could actually other countries can try to stage a coup in your country, and you will have to deal with the same shit that the United States now is dealing with, having the free American empire here. So it's fair game. It's not just the player who can do this. The AI will try to influence you as well. Or if you play on a multiplayer game, you can influence against your friends that you're playing with. I'm going to quickly show you the research tree just to give you a scope of what you're able to research and develop. You can see I'm developing some tactics and increasing my construction capabilities. But if you go into research tab, you have different types of research. You have for the army, tactics, equipment, and the type of units. You have similar things for the Navy and Air Force, and you cannot research everything immediately. So just like other nations during the World War II, they had to focus on what they could do best. For example, I haven't gone a lot with the bombers because I just simply don't have enough resources to field the bombers and build the bombers, but I want to focus heavily on just maintaining my air superiority. And the same here, I haven't bothered at all with anti-tank. Instead I focused on artillery and equipped instead my infantry with anti-tank rifles, which are very efficient. So that's what I have done to just combat the tanks that the United States are throwing at me. So I talked a lot about what I like about the game. Is there any drawbacks? Is there anything that's bad with this game now? Of course, it actually once I say shit hits the fan or things starts going off real bigger. You can see the Russians and the Germans are fighting here. This will lag your computer a bit because there's so much things happening continuously, and when you have like the German Reich, which is fielding like you have 144 divisions here, 55 divisions here, all of these movements and calculations, it will drain your CPU and graphics card a little bit. So you will see a bit of a slowdown when there's a big war going on, some frame drops. If you have a powerful computer, I'm sure you'll do fine, but if you're on a laptop or something like that, you might have to put down the settings quite a bit and maybe try not to zoom in too much on the action. Another thing that's not really great is that the AI is a little bit unpredictable. Now, humans by nature is unpredictable, and I can tell you there's a lot of generals who did some really bad shit things during the Second World War, so I kind of think of it like that, you know, if the AI do something stupid, that's maybe because the general has died and there's like a colonel who does something stupid and doesn't know what he's doing. Because there's hundreds of incidents during the World War II, if not thousands, of people just making a bunch of stupid decisions. Of course, the stupidest decision ever was to start the war in the first place. But the AI can be very stupid sometimes, and sometimes the AI will sit on a front line and not attack or do anything, or you might need help from your ally, but they will just sit idly and twiddling their thumbs. The game do have some quirks, but the overall scope of the game and the what ifs aspect of this game is what really draws me into it. So that's why I can thoroughly recommend this and truly enjoy the game when I'm playing this. So if you're interested in these types of games, there are not actually that many games around that does this type of advanced simulated war combat, RTS combat. This is around the Steam autumn sale, winter sale, something sale. Anyway, this game goes on sale quite often on Steam, so pick it up if you have a chance and check it out. I actually got it with the DLC and the season pass because I decided I'm going to invest a lot of time in this game for a long time. And finally, disclaimer, I'm of course not sponsored in any way. I have like 100 subscribers. Who would sponsor me, seriously? So I'm just saying this because I really enjoy this game and I really want more people to know about it and play it. So thank you so much for watching this. If you like this type of video, please leave a like or comment in the comment section below so I know. And while you're at it, maybe even consider subscribing. Who knows, in the future maybe I'll have enough subscribers to actually be sponsored to do a video like this or something like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.